Hello. Oh, of course that's not working. Um, yeah, that should come back in a second. Hello. And then I just got to do this button. Oh, that's way too close. I forgot that now, like, this camera is physically closer to me. So I have to zoom out. Hi. Welcome. It's a me. What was I doing? Sorry, I set everything up mentally. Imagine that the waiting room is the entire stream because it would be funny as hell. Um, maybe someday. Maybe someday. Anyway, yeah, basically what happened was that, like, I'm so used to kind of being ready for the streams from a technical sense and having, like, the software all ready to go. But, and honestly, I should have done this last night. If I was a smart person, I would have. But I didn't actually, like, physically set up the stream. And the Lego streams require a lot of temporary setup. So I have to, like, move tables around. I have to get new lights. I have to make sure that I have additional plugs for those lights. And I have to make sure that my phone, plural, are set up. And didn't have that when I hit go live. So I hate streaming sometimes. But basically, like, I have to create a whole new battle station, which is kind of fine. I figured it out when we did the last Lego Horizon building stream. So I'm not, at least I know what to do. I just didn't do it. I think you look nice with 5 o'clock show. I try to, well, no, I don't like it this. It's like it shows up on stream, but this is about the length where I'd start to shave it. I like having something there, but I don't like this amount. It gets itchy. And then I get like the ingrown hair problem, so that's way too much info. Somebody needs to be here and make sure nobody breaks the mail system. That's true. That's true. It is a hell of a phrase. Yeah, I should start using that more often. Anyway, thank you for redeeming early crew. Who's first? Who actually was first today? Celestin, thank you for being first. Then we got Mlep, K-Dog, Onk, and Circle Now Squared. Thank you for being part of early crew. Yeah, so what happened was that you guys, all of you here, through your generous support, we were able to hit our sub and bit goal last month. So I'm currently downloading big games, so stream might die. I don't know why I thought you were talking about the Super Bowl. That's not till February. Anyway, thanks to everyone's generous help. We earned a Lego building stream. I wanted to do a Lego building stream. I don't. It's definitely not something I can do on the regular, just because of the setup and set down or dress down or whatever you guys call it technically. That is required of it. I can't have like a permanent solution. Actually, let me check one thing, make sure it's working, because it's probably not. I probably have to like set it up. What happens when I press that button? Oh my god! It worked! Haha! I actually can't believe that worked on the first try. There's some changes that need to be made. That's not the right button. Technically, this needs to flip. see if I can do. Let's see if I can cheaply do this. Hello.
Generosity, ooh.
And now, how can I? Problem is that I don't. In my opinion, I want it to like be more like this, but I can't. Like it won't do that. So technically, I probably need to move the light. So, give me a second. Let me do that. And I have a little bit more wiggle room. Let's see. Let's take all of chat with me. All right, I'm just gonna resituate you. Hello. Moving everybody. You're just gonna be right here. Yeah, are you tightening, please? Thank you. Okay, that solved one problem. Let's solve the other one. Namely, the fact that this ring light is so heavy. Let me rotate this doohickey. There. Imagine solving problems. Generosity. Wow, 100 bits. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. I didn't hear that at all. I need to fix my alerts. So let me go and do that. Then we'll get started. Someone play me a Sears commercial. If you really want to help support the streams. I need to test sound alerts. Okay. That's fine. Pufferfish is here. So. Who was here for the first half of this? Because we did this a couple of months ago. So who was here for that? We finished these two. We finished the crab, and Aloy was basically already done. And then there were these two like set pieces that you can't really see here. It might be helpful if I actually brought out what we worked on. They've been chilling with me over on the side table. I remember Mario, but that's as far back as my memory goes. This was after Mario. So if you can't remember this, but you remember Mario, and then you weren't there. But we finished this guy, who I just realized uses like 2 little samurai swords, and I don't know if that was in the actual game. But all he needs is like a blunt, and then he'd be perfect. But he's got his 2 samurai swords at least. And he's got his little pod that detaches. And it's like held by, I think, just magnets. Actually, no, it's not. The antenna was, but it wasn't samurai swords. Yeah, I knew the antennas were there. But I don't know why they're samurai swords. Someone has to explain the Lego Horizon lore to me. It's out on Nintendo Switch. And PlayStation 5. And probably Steam. So you have to help me with that. because I'm not buying it. I already bought the Lego sets. I bought the actual Legos. Can you please? Am I having manual zoom? Or manual focus? Manuel? Probably. And then we built like this little piece. It's like a little campfire. It's your save point in the games. So today we're gonna be building basically the Tiger Boy and then this dead guy. Lego's very good about making do with parts they have. They recolored the hot dog piece so many times to use it in many things as a decoration. Also, good morning, Shul. Good afternoon for me. You know, 12 noon may have been too early, but I wanted it to be early enough where I still had the rest of my day. Because if I made this a 4-hour stream then and started at like 2, then it'd be like 6 p.m. So I'm also like using this as a test bed, if you will. 12 noon may have been too early. 12 noon is supposed to be like, y'all should be awake. And I would have been asleep. Any later? Oh, right. Wait, so are you on UK time? Or are you like past the UK? Because like in the UK, it's like 5 now. Are you in Japan? I'm PST, but I'm on a... Oh, okay, I see. So really, this is 9 a.m. for you. How many people are on... Type 1 in chat if you're in like, Pacific time. How many of you are still, like... Who is still in the AM? Because here's the deal, chat. It's 11:54. So you're an hour behind. Technically, I'm an hour behind when I think about it. I should have been well into the Lego building by this point. But I decided to hit go, thinking I'll just start at 12:30. And I'll be totally ready by the time I hit start, and then I was not. So, scurrying about trying to find like the right equipment. And now that I have this extension surge protector, I'm just gonna keep it down here with me. Problem is that then I'm gonna forget that I ever had it in the first place, and the next time I stream, it's gonna be, I'm just not gonna know where that is. That's my lot in life. I think this is a reasonable amount of space between us. You don't have to smell my breath. We can just chill. And then the one thing I did prepare for, actually, I'll give myself credit. I prepared for the ad breaks. And when I say that, I mean, I literally ran the ad break before the stream started. I ran through the whole like process that I showed you guys on Thursday, so that it ran at least once. So when we go to break, it should just work. I wish I knew why that whole thing just doesn't work, but I think it's OBS's sort of fault, because all I have to do is I just have to like show and hide the source in OBS, and then it just magically works every time I press the button. To the point where I'm honestly just considering not shutting down my PC throughout the week unless I know I'm going to be not streaming for like several days at a time. Did you know that people can become master builders for Lego and work in the various Legoland amusement museums? I think so that I knew that, only because there was like a TV show on Fox for like a minute and a half called Lego Masters. And I do believe that was sort of the point, but I think the contestants were already considered Lego Masters. All right, let's switch over. Wait, hold on. I'm gonna put that over there. Oh, now I have to sit way too far. Let's move that. Lego Masters is still running. That's wild to me. That part is wild to me. All right, can everybody see most everything? I think when we go to our first break, I'm gonna make some coffee for me. But otherwise, we're good to go. Just let me know if you're having trouble following. Wait. I'm already having a problem. Oh, I see. It wants me to just... Why? Why does it tell me... Just scooch these over. Tell me why. It tells me to do this step first. And this doesn't, like, go down straight in the middle. And then it's like, well, just get another one. Just show me that this didn't have to be two separate steps, is what I'm saying. That was silly. It had its 5th season this past summer, and as far as I know, it's been renewed. So is it just like... It's that, like, summer game show when everyone's out on vacation not watching TV. And by that I mean, like, nobody's watching TV at all anyway. And so, like, we need something put on. Just get Will Arnett. He's the horse from BoJack Horseman. Make him host a show about Legos. Tell me why ain't nothing but a heartache. Nothing but a mistake. Is this the piece I'm looking for? Okay. Yeah, this is the piece I'm looking for. Here, let me... It's like, it's awkward for me to have to sit over the table like this, so... I'm going to slightly move... No. Slightly move this. And that way, hopefully you guys can, like, see me build. It's actually very hard to build it like this because I have to, like, see over here, and if I get too lost in my own, like, thing... Also, I don't know why this is having a panic attack every time I move. I think it's, like, recalibrating. Been learning a bit of Itqueel. I thought that was something on my computer. And one of the simple phrases are fantastic. A cat for use as a projectile weapon. Also, I'll drop 20 gift subs if Andrew somehow pronounces that correctly in one try. I thought that was a T at first, and that I thought I had a little schmutz on my computer screen. Did you know that while they're on shift, they have to have an extra Lego minifigures, the Lego people, to give away to kids at Legoland? Or they just, like, keep it in a pocket? Just like a Lego Santa Claus. Alright, got that one. Yes. So they just have to... Wait, does that mean that I can just, like, go to Legoland and be like, hey, mister, I am definitely a child. Alright. Where's the sweet spot? Okay. Actually, this is perfect. I can use this book as a reference point to see where, like, the optimal positioning, so you guys can actually see everything. Does anybody watch Lego Masters? No judgment. I'm actually curious. All right. Next off, I think it's kind of like pin trading that Disney does or did. They still sell the pins, I'll tell you that. I don't know, I think they don't do the thing where people are hanging out and trading pins. I think they just have people do it in the stores, like they're at the kiosks doing it. Okay, this is interesting. So if I'm holding it like this, then this one goes here. Assuming that that's the piece I was supposed to use. If not, I'm in trouble. And then I need this like seemingly cubed piece that I can't find. Grown adults cannot go to Legoland without children. It is not allowed in company policy. So they just don't want money. That's a policy I find very interesting. Hello, gamers. Because, like, people have been arguing for that. Wait, what the hell? I'm so confused by what it's asking me to do. Okay. So I needed this 2x2 piece, right? You see that on step 6. And then step 7 is covered by chat. Oh, that's not true, at least not for the theme parks, at least not the California one. It's so kids won't get kidnapped. I mean, any policy like that is generally framed around the idea of like, oh, it's for the kids. Oh, this is so weird. Oh, okay, never mind, I'm dumb. I could not read this very well. So it wasn't asking for like a cubed piece. It was asking for, and I should have looked at this first, where it tells me the pieces that I need. Now I can't even find it. I am getting a little tired of the rhetoric of we have to protect the children. We do. But almost every time somebody uses that as a way to enforce policy, it's just a way to make things worse for everyone and has nothing to do with protecting the kids. But it's an argument you can't argue with. Because if you're against protecting kids, then you're like the lowest of the low. I see now, Legoland Discovery Centers are kid-specific attractions, so childless adults aren't allowed, but the theme parks are for everyone. What is Legoland Discovery Center? Well, you didn't even attempt to pronounce the phrase. It's pronounced Eth Kuil. It's the... Oh, okay. I said Itquill. So... that deserves 10 gift subs. Because I got half of it. Somebody else besides Mlep should do it though, and should just gift me 20, because I have to put up with this bullshit. Alright, what is this? Holy shit. What is this piece? I've never seen a piece like this. They're basically indoor playgrounds. Protect the children by eliminating everyone over the gates. Yeah, that's what Lord of the Flies was trying to tell people. Alright, that worked. These were... Alright, easy steps. Easy peasy. But tell me why this looks red to me. But like, this is orange. I'll give you 20 gift subs in October for you to do a Lego firewalk with the boys. What the fuck? Oh, a Lego firewalk. I was like, excuse me? Is that a Twin Peaks reference? They say it's... I'd say it's a red-orange. Yeah, it's definitely a red-orange. Maybe a scarlet. I would not go to scarlet. Mlep, I was just kidding, by the way. You're fine. Just realize, like, y'all are probably just, like, seeing the top of my head instead of me actually, like, looking at you. Hell no, walking on Legos is painful. I've done it. Because I was also a child that needed protection, specifically from Lego pieces on the floor. Quick angle face cam to compensate. Let's see. So this one goes here. I got that. And then I need like 4 of these triangle ass pieces. Of which I think I found 1. So there we go. God damn it. That was almost a problem. I would have bet money on you being a Mega Bloks kid. No, I was a Lego kid. Mega Bloks, I believe, existed. But, like, if you were a 90s kid and you had any kind of, like, building block related toy, you were not cool if you had Mega Bloks. That was just not, you wouldn't even question it. You would just get Legos. The only function of Mega Bloks was being laughed at. Exactly. Nobody, I knew like a couple of kids that may have had Lego blocks, or Mega Bloks, but almost everyone had Legos. And then if you were like the kid with money or whatever, you had Connects. Honestly, like, Connects were the only viable competition because they were the first to have like the automatic moving parts, or mechanical moving parts rather. And then Lego tried to copy it with a lot of their like extra special toys, but then pretty much nobody bought them. There's like I swear there's like a rise and fall of Lego video essay out there that I think explains it pretty well. I had Bionicle sets. Yeah, a lot of kids had Bionicle. I did not. I wanted actually no, I think I might have had a Bionicle, and I think it was like a free toy that I got from going to like Denny's one time with my grandparents. I can't find this like last one. We're about to have a problem. Oh, here it is. Okay. No more problems. Everything's gonna be a walk in the park after that. No, and everyone dude, Bionicle was one of those like toy franchises where I guarantee you if that came up during, and it does a lot, if that came up during like one of our ad breaks, I'm sure people would say something about it. They were just so prevalent and popular. I had Lego Mega. Mlep, you could have not had a more unfortunate typo. Yo, you had those. And another I can never remember the name of, but they were fun and metal. Erector sets, yes. Erector sets were definitely a moment in time. I remember those. I think my brother had an erector set, but I never had one because I think by the time I was old enough where anybody could reasonably say like, let's let this child have that, they were not popular. They had their moment, and it was, if I remember correctly, the very early 90s was the time of the erector set. They were still around, but I didn't see them get as much like ad coverage. Like Legos were everywhere in the 90s. Like you couldn't exist in the 90s and not know about Legos. They were just so popular. so these have to be like the most outward facing. So we're making progress. I had a whole set, all the guys in the play area, and then we moved. The box got set in the back window behind the back seat. Midsummer in California absolutely melted them. Oh no! Wait. Are you talking about Erector sets or are you talking about Bionicle? The Bionicle's melted? The Matanui? So I need 2 of these. There's the other one. I need 4 of these. I don't know how... Oh, wait. Shit. Put them in the wrong spot. This. And this. And then do that again. There's a Toa fire joke in there somewhere, but I'm still waking up and can't think of it right now. Poor Bionicle. Bionicle is like... That is the epitome of late 90s, early 2000s nostalgia. Okay, I need 4 of these. So that's 1. That's 2. Okay, and then this kind of sits here. Okay, and then I need another 2. I got this one, give me that. And then we have this one. And then that sits here. See, we're getting there. We're getting there. Yeah, this doesn't really... Oh, there it is. Look at that. It's like, it's definitely trying. I don't like that it's kind of spasming out constantly, but it's fine. I just don't have manual... what's the word I'm looking for? Manual focus on. It's just auto-focusing, so now it's just like having issues. And then I need another one of those really weird pieces. Here it is. It's hiding from me. And then set like that. I'm trying to remember how I got them. How you got the Bionicles? Your parents bought them? Yeah, I remember, I think like, even, Bionicle is one of those things where I'm pretty sure even people that didn't really care that much about Legos in the first place probably bought into Bionicle somehow. And I just didn't, and I couldn't really tell you why. I think like Bionicle were just a little bit prohibitively expensive for my family. And kind of just Legos in general were prohibitively expensive. When I was a lot younger, I had lots of Legos. Like I had a ton. I had like all the pirate stuff. And I think when I got into video games, that kind of killed Lego for me. Because I could only be interested in one expensive thing at a time. Is either a white elephant type thing at church, or I got them I got them when the Jehovah's Witnesses came and tried to convert my family. And tried to convert at my... What the fuck? Are you trying to tell me that they gave you Bionicle to get you into Jesus? Or did your parents get you Bionicle because you somehow stopped the Jehovah's Witnesses from converting your school? Like, what's the story here? Okay, this is like the same on either side, so I guess like get that through, and then get it subsequently through here. Okay. Oh, okay. And then you clip that in. So I guess this is gonna be... Alright, if I had to guess, these are probably the front legs. So I have to do this again. And it was probably the first option, but man, that second option would make a great story. They probably tried to convert you using Bionicle. Also, if you somehow got like a religious cult to vamoose, I would probably ask for more than just Lego. But when you're 10, Bionicle is pretty good. I'll take a Bionicle. So, do you just want one of the slices of pizza for lunch and the other slices for dinner tomorrow? Yeah, let's do that. Also, thank you for using that as your excuse to subscribe. For 17 months. Where's this other one? Here it is. Because, like, a part of me just wants another cup of coffee. But that doesn't go well with pizza. I guess I won't. And I'll just move on with my life. The pizza, not coffee. Yeah. I guess, well, yeah, I guess you might as well. Coffee and pizza is a great combo. It's not. I personally, like, don't like the idea of drinking coffee unless it's like after a meal or with breakfast. But whatever. I might work this out because I'm probably gonna go to break now because I feel like I hit like a decent enough stopping point to take a break. We got the arm, what I think are the arm joints done. Cheese, pepperoni, or the other one? Cheese. I think it's fine. We'll go light on lunch. Okay, now I need like another one of these? What the hell? So I need to put this here. Missed my explanation? Oh, where's your explanation? JW's got my grade at school, small one, and had an assembly where they bribed the children to try to get the kids, to get the parents to go to the church. So they gave you Bionicle so that you could tell your parents to go to the church? That's freaking wild. Look, shit. I need the piece remover piece. Oh boy. Wait, hold on. There we go. Right, so that goes here. And then this piece goes here. And then apparently I don't do that again. But I take this guy, put that here, and then this plate piece goes here. And then I just do it again. Okay, so now you're telling me to just do it again. Two. This one. And then... And here I thought those magazine subscription fundraisers were a bit shady. I loved those magazine subscription fundraisers because that was how I could convince my mom to buy Nintendo Powers for cheap. But they were all religious things. Yeah, none of mine were. They pulled a full-on stranger danger. I'm a friend of your mom. Praise Jesus. All right. I think we're at a good spot where we can take a quick break. So, hey, I know this is a special Lego stream, but our ad breaks are pretty much the same as always. If you're a subscriber, you're going to see some cool retro ads. If you are not a subscriber, you're going to see some regular ads first. That helps us out regardless. Starting to wonder if I went to kind of a Catholic type school. Me too. I don't know how Jehovah's Witness decided to pop in. Create some kind of turf war thing going on. Maybe you're in a cult and you didn't know it. Ponder that while I go on a break. I will see you guys in a couple of minutes. I might be a while. There might be a little bit of a longer break. It just depends on if I get coffee or not. Be right back. I'm starting to realize that PAX TV may have also been a front for Catholic drudgery, for lack of a better term. Anyway, welcome back. What's wrong with Florida? What's not wrong with Florida? You tell me that. Alright, what am I putting in? Okay, so there's like 2 more panel pieces. Here's one. Okay. What song is this? Jubilife Village? Is that what this is? Did I read that right? I want doesn't sound like it. Alright, where's the middle? Alright, that's about the middle. So if I put this here, that's like a good space. Everyone can see it. And then I can just kind of like, oh, Legends Arceus, doy. Why didn't I think of that? There we go. Wait. Arceus is a pretty fun game. Yeah, I keep wanting to go back into Arceus and finish it out, because like I definitely did not fully beat that game. And I've also been meaning to get back into Scarlet and Violet technically, because I want to see how it plays on the Switch too. But then I keep fucking doing bullshit like playing Mega Man Zero for like the umpteenth time. So really, I'm just dumb. Sad like I feel nothing for ZA. I'm definitely gonna get it. I will definitely get it. And I enjoyed Legends Arceus, so I think that I will very likely enjoy this new game. Now, this, like, butt flap piece. There we go. If you're doing Scarlet Violet, there's a few more days for you to get all the shiny rune via mystery gift. Yeah, I gotta probably do that. I mean, I don't need those as much as I need probably the shiny legendaries, because that's like the only way to get the other one without buying the other game, you know? This Pokemon game I have any chance of picking up is Let's Go Eevee. I would not call that the latest. That's like 7 years old. The giveaway ends on the 30th. Yeah, we'll see. I'm not as bummed if I don't get shiny variants of a Pokemon that I technically already have for my living dex, because that's not as important to me, personally. But having the other mascot Pokemon is important, since that means I don't have to like buy and play through another game. I'm getting Koraidon and Miraidon since I leave on that day they start the event. That sucks. Can I get some splats in chat? Alright, we got these pieces that go here. Whoops. Wait. I see. So they want it to basically, I mean, yeah, it's not gonna fit either way, but it's interesting that it's rare. Oh wait, hold on. So this is the only way it connects. I thought it was like, since it looks like a 2x2, I assumed that these like two parts were also gonna connect, but they don't. So that's good to know. They built it intentionally to like hover, which is good. So these are definitely the front feet. The latest I have a chance of picking up. I have zero desire to get any of the games after that. I did really like Let's Go Pikachu, Let's Go Eevee. Especially if you're really into Kanto. If you're into the original games, they are a really, really good interpretation of those games. My personal issue with it is that the catching mechanic sucks. It's just not a fun time, because they tried to do if they just copy pasted what Pokemon Go did, it would have been fine. But they copied most of it and then just kind of like shat their pants at the execution. So I have no real desire to ever play it again. Plus, it's also like a little too faithful to the original in that there's no real way to get more money. Like, I'm constantly poor in that game because I'm spending money on Pokeballs. Which is like really dumb when you consider the catching is like the core mechanic. And Pokeballs still cost like the same as in a normal game, where you're just constantly getting money. Like, they framed it around the fact that you would have to buy stuff. And Let's Go, they didn't do that, and you're wasting even more Pokeballs because there's no... That's the whole point. Like, there's no battling random monsters in order to, like, increase odds. You are just throwing Pokeballs, and that's it. And at least in, like, the Legends Arceus game, they kind of fixed that. So that it's not as problematic, because like, you know, you throw a Pokeball, it gets out, you don't catch it, you still have plenty of opportunities to catch stuff. It just got so frustrating, especially when you do Snorlax, the 3 birds, Mewtwo. You can battle them traditionally, but then you still go through the catch screen and they can just run at any point. You could throw the Pokeball and it will run. So it just like hits the ground. And you're just supposed to like be okay with that. I found that part of the game so infuriating. And that's probably why I'll never play Let's Go again. I loved it to a degree. But those catching mechanics were bad. Like, I can't believe they fucked up. Because the formula was already there. Niantic made it already. Alright, so this goes vertically. So yeah, let's go. A buddy of mine found a shiny Magmar and lost it. I mean, there's no point, because just play Pokemon Go. Just play Pokemon Go. Just play Pokemon Go, import it into Let's Go, you have a shiny Magmar. Shiny hunting in that game is kind of dumb. Honestly, the more I think about Let's Go, the more I don't like it. Earlier we were over the era of GameStop giving out event Pokemon. Last time I had to take an hour-long bus trip out of my way to get to the nearest one, only to be told they were already out of codes. I'm trying to think of the last time they did codes. I think the last time they may have done it probably was when Scarlet and Violet came out, and the codes were so stupid, I had no reason to go. I think it was like... I think it was during like an anniversary thing, so they're like, it's the year of Eevee, here, have a flying type, Terra type, Terrestrial Pokemon. And I was like, why would I do that? Why would I go to GameStop to get an Eevee with a balloon on its head? That's dumb. So I can have the guy at the counter tell me that I need to pre-order something? I'll just do that at Best Buy. That way I don't actually have to walk into the store. Alright, I do like some of these like new styles of pieces because these are really cool. How this just kind of creates this nice layer, clean. And then after that, I need this piece. Because we have to, of course, then follow that up with another panel. That's what I've been calling these. Ooh, ow. This is getting heavy. And then, okay, this is kind of cute. So I put this upside down. And then I stick what are very obviously binoculars and cram it? Oh wait, no, there's a part there. Okay. Like, these are binoculars. That was when the codes were for Shiny, Zashi, and Zamazenta. I ended up just going to the UK GameStop's website and requesting an email code. I didn't know you could do that. That's kind of good. I like that. It's a good way to cheat the system. Yeah, Shiny, Zashi, and Zamazenta I missed out on as well. So I'm a little salty about that. At least I think... No, actually I do think I got those, just not that way. There was something I missed out on, I'm kind of kicking myself for it. It might have been Zashi and Zamazenta. But we might have actually gotten those. DM's pretty on point with that. Like, even if I don't want to go because I hate GameStop, she will still go because she needs those codes. I am very much the type of person that's just like, I don't care what this is for, or if I'm going to regret it later. I hate GameStop. This is not as important to me as my values. Especially after the PlayStation anniversary system debacle. Like, I do not ever want to give GameStop my money ever again. Where was the... Okay, right here. Alright, I need to move this back up because I know I'm like off-center. Let me know if you guys are like having trouble seeing this. And then I have to just remember to like sit up straight every now and then so that you guys can actually see me. I hate GameStop, but sometimes they got something decent. I just can't do it. I just personally cannot do it. GameStop never has anything interesting in stock around me and is always at a markup, so I refuse. The most things I've ever bought at GameStop over the last like year or so have been like stuff for the streaming room. So I'm like trying to think of the last thing I mean, I think I bought an amiibo one time we walked in. because we were getting brunch with Josh and Rebecca, and we were waiting for our table. So we were like, well, there's a GameStop across the street. You guys just want to go there? I'll buy from Sears before. Buying from Sears is a little hard. That's kind of difficult. Name me a Sears that's close by. You can't. Move that up. You want the vibe, sure, but like, I'm creating content. So at some point, if anybody else walks in, they don't know what my vibes are. I'm just some old white dude talking about GameStop. So as long as they see that I have good presentation skills, then they'll stick around. Alright, I need like more of the ball pieces. Wait. Oh, here are my other two. Guess they have to stick around. No, they'll leave. We have to give them a reason to stick around. That's how streaming works. You can't just assume that they'll just do it on good faith. They could be a great part of the community. You never know. But if they see me looking like shit, and the stream looks like shit, and the vibes aren't there, then they'll never be a great part of the community. And I failed you. Alright, now these two. Can we kidnap people and make them watch stream? That's what I've been trying to get you guys to do this whole time. What do you think it means when I say, call it get your friends over here? Through hell or high water. Okay, so I have this. And now it's asking me to look for pieces I don't think are here? Oh wait, here's one. I see. I see the other pieces. Wait, is it like that? These don't look right. Oh, okay, it does need to be on like that. So like this little divot that you can barely see because it keeps re-auto-focusing. It's supposed to be there. I remember when I went to go buy Pokemon Moon, the cashier at GameStop went on about how I was lucky to get a copy and really should have pre-ordered to guarantee... Fuck that guy. That makes me so annoyed. Because, like, that is so... I wanted to say hubris, but that's like, you don't say that is so hubris. Like, that is so full of yourself. Typically I would never say that to a customer. When I worked at GameStop. Like, I was very much like, wait. Oh, they have to... This is kind of annoying. So they all have to point the same direction. It seems. Okay, so I actually can't use this piece. I need this piece. And then I need a similar one. No. Yes. So this has to be that way. Arrogant. Arrogant! Yes. Perfect, thank you. Yeah, that is so fucking arrogant. Because when I worked at GameStop, if we didn't have it, I would still tell you where to go. Okay, I think it has to be like this, I think. It's kind of hard to tell. Because it wants me to do it from this angle. I guess I'll figure that out. It's because you're a decent human being. I mean, I guess so, but like... Because I know what that is. Like, you're just trying to sell a pre-order. Like, that's all you're really trying to do. And that dude... There's a part of me that's like, I'll bet that dude was a store manager. Or an assistant store manager. So if it was just like the lower rung, they don't really care because they're not... There's like a cycle of yelling when it comes to GameStop. The district managers will never directly complain about a BA's performance, or a gamer associate, or whatever the hell they call them. They will always complain to like the store manager, who then has to complain directly to the employee. So like you'll never hear, you'll never even hear, if you're like one of the entry level positions at GameStop, you'll never hear from your district manager. You'll probably never even hear from your regional manager, if you're lucky. I say that in quotations because who would actually give a shit? But you would never directly hear a complaint like that from your district manager. It would always come from like your direct manager. And so it's usually the manager that actually cares about what you are or are not selling. Kaboom! This is definitely the head. This is the start. The amount of times my experiences got soured over some idiot at GameStop is too much. It's the cool peeps that keep me coming back. I had a clown that was trying to talk me out of buying the Fable Special Edition and the regular at once. If a customer is happy to spend more money, just shut the fuck up and let it happen. I mean, I think a part of it is like, there have been times where I have wanted to say something because I've had customers in the past where it's very clear that they should not be spending money. Like, it is so clear they should not be spending money. But our entire foundation, like how GameStop works, this looks like a traffic light. Did this used to be a traffic light in a previous life? But GameStop's foundation is based on like predatory behavior. And so they want you to buy. Most people at GameStop, if they saw you come in and you were like, I want to buy the regular and the special edition, I'm sure they are thinking to themselves, why? Like, why do you want both? But most people probably won't ask, because if you're willing to spend money in the first place, realistically, they should have sold you on a pre-order. Realistically, that probably would have been a very good, like, if you're coming into my store and you were like, I want to buy the regular and the special edition. I don't care why. But it sounds like you really just want to spend money. So at that point, I would probably sell you on a pre-order. I would probably make the attempt and just be like, hey man, you sound like somebody who wants to spend a lot of money. I'm not going to ask why. You should also buy a pre-order, or you should buy like Game Informer, back when they owned that. So the fact that that guy was kind of like, are you sure you want to do that? Because I think normally it's just kind of like, unless, you know, maybe you could assume that like you're buying it as a gift or something like that. But I think at face value, somebody came up to me and was like, hey, I want to buy like 2 versions of the same game. I would probably look at that and be like, okay, are you sure? But I guess it also depends on like how much they harped on that. Like, if I asked you like, hey, do you really want to do that? And you were like, sure, then it's like, all right, that's it. Sounds good. Would you like to buy Game Informer while you're here? Okay, I don't like how they ask me to put this on because I don't really see. I guess it's here. Like I don't. Yeah, I think it has to be here because this is like. I don't know if you can see where these are actually like the pegs. So I think technically it has to like go like that. Normal plus SE at once. I assume they're a collector, archivist, or content creator. Well, you know, sometimes people just want to ask. Some people are just kind of like, "Are you sure?" Because it is like, you know what happens when you assume, right? Everyone's heard that phrase before. But as long as you're pushing games on unsuspecting gamers, probably doesn't matter much. And realistically, I had a ton of those opportunities. I had a guy come in who was constantly buying and pre-ordering, and they were always getting the collector's edition. They were always getting like the most expensive version, and you could like when that guy came in, it was a happy day because you knew you were gonna get the numbers. They were whales, I guess, in today's terms. They were not good with money. They were very, very bad with money. On the other hand, his wife, partner, whatever, was also there. And you could see how little control she had over trying to make sure that their finances were in check. And so I couldn't help but start to feel bad because as long as they knew that they could pre-order something, they would just pre-order it, no hesitation. And at a certain point, when they do it for so long, I remember one time the guy came in and his wife was there. I assume his wife. But their baby was there too. And you're just kind of like, this has to stop. So I don't fault anybody. I don't fault anybody who works for GameStop to say like, hey, are you sure you want to spend that much money? You got a heart of gold, but sadly that's also not your problem, for better or worse. Well, I guess that's how people sell drugs. Because, like, ultimately, the way that GameStop works is to try to push things on you in a similar way that, like, people sell drugs. You don't want to miss out. You don't want to walk into GameStop and find out we don't have a copy of this game that you want. But at the same time, GameStop functions in that they purposefully carry low stock. Because the idea is that you're coming in and pre-ordering. Like, you are not coming in and just being like, oh, they have just like plenty of copies of Pokemon Moon. And so the guy who's sitting here saying like, oh, like, you should have pre-ordered this in order to secure your copy. You're lucky that we have one in stock. Part of that is because that's on purpose. That's by design. GameStop only carries a certain, like, maybe 10% more than what is pre-ordered at that store. So if I only get one pre-order for a game, I might get 2 copies. I might just get the 1 copy. And so when I tell a customer, like, oh, if you want to ensure you get it, then you should pre-order it, otherwise we're not going to get it. That's because all of our sales are based on whether or not we receive pre-orders. But that's not how any other store works. You can just, like, once people realize that they could just go to Best Buy and pick up a copy because they have, like, over 100 to 200 copies of a new game, no matter what it is, GameStop just loses. And so they try to get you in to say that, like, well, everyone's going to be sold out of this because it's like the most anticipated whatever of the year. Or nobody's going to have this because nobody knows what this game is, so in order to secure it, you should pre-order. It's to basically try to get you to believe that there's no other option. So, at a certain point, you know, I do shake, you know, I shake my head and I ring the cashier. Like, you're right, it's not my problem. But there's no way to feel good about it in any situation because you realize that, like, you are creating the problem. You are the drug peddler when you work at GameStop. So, like, what do you do? Let's see. So I need this blue boy, and I need, like, here we go. This little gray piece here. And go like this. And then somehow, like, oh. Okay. So Varl's done. There. Apparently it's, wait, hold on. Apparently it's like this. Yeah. Alright. Varl's done. Yay! He's upside down. Yay. It's Varl. He's here. Alright, can everyone hear? Because I'm like in front of my mics. Let's try that. Let's try that. I guess it puts them further away from me. That almost looks like pizza. In what way? I've still been able to hear you fine. That's good. Actually, what I can just do is just kind of move that up. And then do the same thing with that one. Okay, that should be a little bit better. Maybe. I don't know. Let me know. If it's not better, we'll change it. Back. Alright. And then apparently we have canisters of Blaze and I can't remember what they call the cold stuff. I think it's just ice. But for some reason, fire is called Blaze. So I need another gray piece. Go like that. And then another gray piece to go on top of it. So apparently we're gonna have a ton of these. And then this piece, I think. So that's one canister. Let's see, 2 canister. We need more little gray pieces. That's 1. Where's the other one? They need to give me more gray. More gray peas. Oh, here it is. More gray peas. Thank you. And then this gets like a clear piece at the top? That's gonna be hard to find. It's practically invisible. How am I supposed to find clear piece? Unless it's supposed to be white, but it looks clear. I'll go with this white piece for now. And then if it turns out I need it, or find this other so-called piece, then we'll just use it later. Okay. And then I need whatever the hell this is supposed to be. Which means another gray piece. 2 of these blue ones. So I need to find the other one. And then I need to find another one? Alright, so I need this like flower piece. Another gray piece. Which is somewhere. Ah, here we go. This little flower thingy goes on top. And then it goes on another blue piece. Which goes on top of all of my other blue pieces. I don't actually know what this is supposed to be. It's another canister. Well, it's another canister of something. I'll go over there. Okay. Oh, I see. So I guess, like, the idea is that I infuse an element, I think. That's way too big. I don't think... Oh, I see. I'm supposed to remove this and place this on. And then that's not supposed to be incredibly tall or anything. But now he has like a weapon element. I'm also now just realizing that like I should have this flipped the other way. Here. Come with me, chat. Oh wait, that does nothing. Wait, what if... Nope, still does nothing. So realistically, I don't know how to make this so that that looks right side up to you, other than like maybe doing that digitally. Can I? Nope. It doesn't look like it. We want balance because we want a smoother frame rate. But like, I'm just now realizing that you're kind of viewing everything upside down. There's not much I can do about that, except offer my condolences. Could you flip the image on the OBS scene? Oh, yeah. I should be able to. Let's see, I just need to figure out how. Because I swear there is. Just have to sit upside down in our chairs. Yeah. I mean, you could. Let's see if there's a way to do it directly from the source, maybe? Always with the big brain ideas. Just give me like, I may have to, I'm sure, I know there's a way. OBS, flip, camera, vertically. Ah, yeah. It's just transform. I got it. Ta-da! There we go. Actually, I should do it for this. Alright, hold on a second. Alright, that's gonna look wonky here because I'm doing it directly on the source. But now okay. All right. That works for me. And actually, I think I'm gonna add one more filter. Apparently there's like a scaling filter that I can do, so I can change the resolution. That didn't do anything. So, whatever. But that's fine. Okay. Varl's done. You guys can see things correctly. We're having a good day. Today's a good day. That's upside down again. Right? Isn't that upside down? No, it's... There's something off about this. Is it... Do I need to do this horizontally too? Yeah, it's mirrored. There we go. Okay. Y'all can see things perfectly now. You're seeing what I'm seeing. This works. Okay? We're good. Just in time for a break, probably. Alright, let's move on. So we have this piece. Oh my god! Now I know that this is... Okay, there's two things. I moved the camera, technically. So the camera's now closer to me than it is further away. That makes sense to me, even if it doesn't make sense to you. So now, when I move it over here, this actually makes more sense to me. Okay, fine, we're in business. It only took us half the stream. Alright, so we're gonna do this. Connect these. And then I need to take this little clippy piece, I think. Yeah. And then just put it right there. Because, like, I couldn't think in terms of you know, center being the actual center of the table, and that was really messing with my mind. But now, like, the center is the center where it should be. So it works! If anything, I really need to raise this up a bit, so it's not directly in my face, because I'm, like, going over here. It's really funny how I can see who has raided the past few days, not because Twitch logs the raid command, but because it tells me who shouted out the channel after the stream. Yeah, isn't that kind of helpful? Well, it's only if they do. I'm actually surprised Jiggy shouted me out. I don't think he has the last couple of times. Alright, so this goes on this side. Not that I noticed that kind of thing, but... And then the second thing I do is I find a little grabby piece. No shout out equals probably Jiggy. Nah, some people just don't do that. Like, some people just don't do that. And that's okay. Especially people who I raid very often, I don't really care whether, you know, it's nice if they shout me out, but if I raid them often, our communities are already very shared. So there's not much that, like, if we're looking at shoutouts in terms of growth, there's not a lot there. And that's fine. Like, I don't raid certain people because I'm expecting the shout out. I raid certain people because I know that very likely that's where you guys are gonna want to go anyway. Assuming that you're still, like, going to be awake. Okay, so that goes on like that. This is a very interesting piece. It's like when Josh raids you. Yeah, I mean, I love being raided because it means that people want to share their communities with me. When I raid, you know, it's twofold. Part of it is trying to see other communities. And in fact, I probably do want to do that. Like, raid people who we don't raid often, or if we've ever raided them. Mainly because, you know, I can't sit here and expect people to raid us, therefore we get more, like, a bigger community and growth. So at some point, it becomes necessary for me to, like, look out and seek other communities. Oh, this is kind of cool. Alright, so this piece goes here. And then there's, like, a subsequent piece that goes here. And then that locks in. Oddly enough, Ankh thinks Jiggy's a good person, but Ankh can't stand his content. We were talking about it, and not in a bad way, but Caboose and I, when we were going out and getting our dinner last night before the stream, I thought about it, and I was like, I would really like to see Jiggy do what I think he actually wants to do, which is not necessarily playing video games. Like, I joke about it. I really joke about it a lot. That, like, oh, Jiggy doesn't play video games, or... I mean, it was actually very funny that I was like, you know, I checked to see if Jiggy is, like, not on break or something like that. Finding out that he's not, and, like, oh, he's actually, like, it looks like he's actually playing a game right now. But then as soon as we actually do the raid, he's, like, not playing the game. And I think, personally, to me, it just seems like, I think Jiggy just wants to talk, and that's absolutely fine. Like, I want to be able to do that too. But I also just really enjoy playing video games, and if we do a stream like Thursdays, that was really fun. Like, going off on a tangent to talk about, like, Disney villains while I was trying to play this game was actually a lot of fun to do. And I would love to do more of that. I would love to do more mail. I would love to do more, like, people showing me videos on the Discord. Like, you can go on the Discord and do that. Or, like, giving me a topic. I might do what Josh used to do, at least. I don't know if he still does it. But he has a thing where it's like, submit channel points and give me a topic to talk about. I don't think we need to do that. Like, you can just give me a topic to talk about. And I would be more than happy, depending on the topic, to talk about that while we play a game. Because that was a lot of fun. I want to do more of that. And I think, like, there was a part of me that was just kind of like, I wonder if Jiggy would just be happier if he could drop the whole video game part of the streams and just like talk about video games, or talk about events, or talk about, you know, video game related news. I think he would really enjoy that, personally speaking. But I also understand that he kind of has to still do the video game part because his community expects that, right? And it's just kind of, you know, it kind of sucks. Because I really do think that he would just much prefer to just talk and like do a show. And I think he's really good at that. But I think people expect him to play video games. Here's a topic. Talk about the economic implications of the 1964 New York World's Fair. I could. I can talk about how the World's Fair... Was that the one where Disney unveiled Lincoln? Because I've definitely watched those Defunctland videos. 100% I've seen those. Alright, this has to go on super weird. I don't know what they're expecting me to do with this. But they want me to put this... Oh, these are the hind legs! See, they surprised me. Yet again. I thought this was the head. Like, I legit thought this was the headpiece. But, okay. And now that part is fully in. So we have, like, a foot. Is this going to tell me to do the other foot? Yes, I think so. Or is it just going to tell me to do it again? Hold on. Let me skim ahead. Alright, that's definitely the front foot. So now, okay, it's not going to like tell me to go back pages, it's just going to tell me to do it again. Hey, what's up, Tales of Adventure? How you doing? I was just about to go on break, but I can hang out for maybe a little bit longer. Perfectly okay with doing that. And what's up, Dakota? How's everybody doing? We're building some Legos today. We're doing this as a little bonus stream, as a little treat. For the record, yeah, it was the one with great moments of Mr. Lincoln, and also the It's a Small World ride, if I remember correctly. True. That is the one. We have 3 snoozes. No, I'm going to want to take the break because I'm going to want to eat. With, not of. Yeah. You're tired? Is it just early in the day, or did you have a rough day? We've got this guy. So now I just need this guy. And then a little yellow piece. I haven't seen it yet, so I'm pretty sure the canister did require like the white top and not like a clear top, because I still don't see a clear piece. Unless it's like this clear orange and clear blue. It's noon over here, been looking for work. Oh, that sucks. What kind of work are you trying to find? Are you trying to find like career work? Because that can still be rough. Take it from me. This is like a flat piece? That's really weird. Did Bandit poop this morning? Yes, he did. Why? Did he poop just now? Job market's rather abysmal. It's always gonna be hard. No, just wondering. Okay. Alright. How'd I drop that? Career work especially can just be hard to get. Because they require the most. Right, so I need 2 of these. If there was actually money in content creation, I'd just tell you to do that. Alright, then I need another yellow piece. And then top that with this. Part-time jobs moving next year. Oh, okay. Are you looking for anything specific? Don't do GameStop. We were just talking about GameStop this past hour. I have nothing nice to say about working there. And then I need a gray one of these. Most jobs are security and tech aid. Yeah. Oh, you mean like security work? Like not IT security? Or is that what you're looking at? Or is that what you're finding, rather? Okay, I need 2 of these. And get those right now. And then this like white piece here. Perfect. Alright, now I need this like panel. I'm also on the job hunt, but it's frustrating because most job hunting websites are flooded with, hey, you're in STEM, come train AI. Yeah. I mean, it's one of those things where if you're already in the tech field and your company decides to go like spend billions of dollars on AI, it's just like, okay. But I'm also like, I'm skeptical. I'm basically expecting, I'm basically gonna try and start looking elsewhere. But yeah, you're right. Like anybody in the tech industry right now is solely focused on getting people who are AI trained to do something with AI. And I'm not like a technical person, so I can't really be a part of that. So when it all comes crashing down and the bubble bursts, like, it's not gonna be pretty. Cabbages? I feel like most of the conversations we've had today have been kind of bleak. Let's not talk about GameStop. Let's not talk about AI. I'm not even in tech. I'm a biologist. What the fuck? I have some cabbage in the fridge. Can't train whales to program an AI. That's impossible. Or can you? Is that what the next Free Willy's gonna be about? Alright, now I need this solid yellow piece. You go right there. This guy that... Okay. Goes like that. And then I need this, like, corner piece here. Perfect. Carrots and hummus in my fridge making chili for dinner. Ooh, nice. Any games coming out this year that you'd want to play? I mean, what? Dragon Quest VII Reimagining comes out like next... Oh shit, are we on ad break now? Let me give you my gaming thoughts after a little ad break. I'm gonna go eat some pizza. If you're a subscriber, you're gonna see some cool retro ads. If not, you're probably gonna get interrupted by regular ads. Maybe gift a sub, like right now. Tale of Adventure doesn't have a sub. Give him a sub. Give him a sub. Do it now. Do it right now. Wow, what a great commercial. I'm still like, I feel like I'm too close. Anyway, I raised this puppy up because now it's like not directly in my way. Now it's only kind of in my way. But let's see how that looks here as we build more Lego. You'd love some Captain Crunch. Every now and then I treat myself to a box. Or, you know, buying one from the store. Okay. So, we're still working on what I believe is like one of the forearms. What time are we at? We're at 2:30. We might be able to finish this. We're over halfway through. I think this is hour 3. So we might be able to get this done. Maybe. Hopefully we do, because I don't... As much as I love the idea of doing like more LEGO streams, I don't want to keep doing this set. There are like so many other sets coming out that I want to use. Mostly caught up on the raid log. I just need to scrub through the victim VODs to find the raid reaction and what messages we used. Why? Wait, you're doing raid reactions? What are raid reactions? Pokemon Legos 2026, time to get broke. I know those are God, we talk about Mega Blocks. Those were Mega Blocks. No, there's like I think one recently, I don't know, came out, I guess, and it's like a Sega Genesis controller. I kind of want that one. Like that'd be one. But there was like another one. I wish I could remember. I'm trying to think if... I'm trying to see if this is the piece. This is not the piece. I need... I think this piece. I'm pretty sure this is the one. Anyway, I think before the break, the question was asked of like what games am I looking forward to this year? If we're talking about like the rest of this year, that might be a harder question for me to answer because I'm trying to think of like what other games are coming out. If I had a list of like what other games were coming out this year, I mean pretty much like first and foremost is Dragon Quest 1 and 2 HD remake. Those games don't ask for much, like they're just what was it? I mean, Dragon Quest 1 is pretty short. I know they're adding content to both games, but like both games are still fairly short. So both of those games might now match Dragon Quest 3 in terms of the amount of content. Being that we are doing LEGO, Ankh saw the LEGO Black Pearl Icons Edition and wants it. The Black Pearl Icons Edition? Hold on. Are you talking about Pirates of the Caribbean? Like, what is Icons Edition? LEGO Icons. What is LEGO Icons? Hold on. Are these the ones that are in like the black boxes? Oh, right. They have the Knight's Castle. But it's so expensive. I did see the Soundwave one because I think... Here, let's go to the desk. Yeah, so I did look that up. But I'll bring it up so that like everyone can see it. Let me search for it first. Yeah. This actually works better than what it was on my laptop anyway. Okay. I just need that to move over. I just need you to move over. Awesome. So what is it? So it's these. It's so cool and Ankh likes old maritime stuff. See, like, My favorite, yeah, so it's the icons, I guess, is like these like expensive black box sets. Because didn't they do a Black Pearl a long time ago, or am I just making that up? You can see what it looks like here. Why must Lego hate my wallet? I know, like, I'm just looking at this, and it's almost $400. But they also have the Lion Knights Castle, and I'm pretty sure this is a recreation of the one that they made, I think, in the 90s. Onks thinks that the icons are re-releases of old sets but updated. Yeah, that's definitely what's going on here. So I guess that makes sense, because, and even though this is part of their icon set, it's using a facsimile of like an older box, which I think is, that's how you get my money. But I was never into the medieval stuff. I had a friend that had like all the medieval sets. They had all of them. They did not play a lot of video games, so they bought a lot of Legos. I was the kid who wanted more video games, so I didn't get a lot of Legos. I've seen the Soundwave. Then they have Lord of the Rings. They have a medieval town square. So like this just like keeps going. You could just buy this set, and even though it's not like the same, this could go with the Knights set that you could also buy for another $400. Check out the Harry Potter Lego sets. I guess we can do that. What are the Harry Potter Lego sets? Are these part of the icons? I think my brother has a set that looks like this, but not quite. Lord of the Rings, National History Museum. That's cool. I've seen the Krusty Burger one pop up from time to time. More Lord of the Rings, more Lord of the Rings. The Endurance. A Toothlet. That's actually kind of cute. And then the Shelby Cobra. Honk played video games, then built stuff out of them with Legos. But like, my parents were basically like, you have to choose one. They never said that exactly. I like the Book Nook one. That's actually really cool. There's the Atreides Royal Ornithopter. The Book Nook ones are kind of cool. The Pac-Man arcade one I've considered buying. Because basically, like, I can buy any video game set of Legos and turn that into content. Will I make my $269 back? Probably not. That's why the Blacktron Renegade. This was another one where I was like, what the hell is this? But this was another set, and it's much cheaper now. All I could ever see was the Triforce. But apparently these were another like very old set. I'm assuming from the 70s or 80s. I got Batman, Botanicals. Is that a try? That's what it's not supposed to be. Like, it's not like a Legend of Zelda thing. But it's a Triforce. You know, they took that design, they said that's cool. These are so elaborate. Oh, these are also icons. Well, at least I don't know if these are icons, but like anytime I see this black box, I know the price is going to jump. This is $400. You can get a Hogwarts castle. Look, I have a friend that's a Harry Potter person. I still don't know if I would like buy these as gifts. Look how elaborate and expensive these. Look at how much money these cost. I see them. If Ankh was younger when they came out, there were so many things Ankh would have built. I kind of feel the same way. Like they don't have them anymore. I could try to see if I can find them. But I was always, I mean, they're doing One Piece now. Specifically Netflix's One Piece. So if I ever wanted to get back into pirate Legos, this is probably the only way I'm gonna do it. Because it's the only ones they're gonna have available. No, I was so into the pirate sets. Hold on. Yeah, I don't think I had any of these sets in particular. Then I make Lego minifigures change facial expressions. They basically just added like beards and mustaches. Use of conflict and weapons. And then relaunches. Redbeard Runner and Armada Flagship and 194 Islander set Enchanted Island are re-released in 2001. 89 Pirate set Black Seas Barracuda is updated and re-released in 2002. For the theme's 28th anniversary in 2009, the pirate theme reappears, combining the established look from the past with recent LEGO elements and building styles. Largest, most detailed pirate ship, the Imperial Flagship. My brother had a version of this, but not the same as this. Like, he definitely had... I mean, maybe this is where I can find... I definitely had the Pirate Lookout, because this was like a stocking stuffer that my parents definitely bought. And apparently they don't have a bigger picture. Whatever. I don't really need to zoom in on it. Oh, wait. Come on, guys. I definitely had this as a kid. I did not have that one. I had the Barnacle Bay pack. I remember this one. Because it was like 3 smaller sets. So this one was part of it. They have a mineral collection Lego set. Checking out the new sets on the Lego online store. Minerals, like rocks and minerals. I think my brother may have had this one. I don't think we had this one. Let's see. I think my brother had the Soldier's Forge. Or this was part of the value set. One of those two. I think we had this one. We had a lot of the smaller ones because that was the ones that my parents would bother buying. I had Renegade's Raft. Because I remember the shark Lego. It was really cute. But then... I'm trying to see, like, the larger ones. Loot Island, we didn't have. Soldiers... I think my brother might have had Soldier's Fort. It looks familiar. Or maybe I just saw a commercial for it. We didn't have Brickbeard's Bounty. I'm looking for the pirate ship that I had. We had Crocodile Cage. Because then, like... Minerals as in gemstones. That'll be... I'll go back and take a look at that real quick. Crocodile Cage, I think we had. Because they basically expand... So, like... The pirate set was basically you either bought pirates or Imperials. And then they added this third set called Islanders. I'm pretty sure my brother had the bounty boat, though. We did not have Crossbone Clipper. We didn't have these. We didn't have the Sea Mates. We didn't have Shipwreck's Hideout. We didn't have the Catamarans. I think I had the Castaway's Raft, because I remember this. No, I didn't, because I don't remember the other parts of it. Pirates, Ambuse, Oncad. What is that? Do you mean ambush? Did we see that? Did I not look in that one? Smuggler's Shanty. We had this one. And then I think we had Shipwreck Island. My brother had Forbidden Cove. Because I remember this set. I remember it very well. And then... Renegade Runner. This was the one that I have. I think I might still have it semi-complete. But I'll have to check. Because, like, I definitely have pieces missing. And then... I think my brother had the Imperial flagship. So we each got a pirate and Imperial ship. And then I think a friend of mine had Enchanted Island. But like my friend who was like really big into Legos collected almost like if you saw it in the commercials, they probably had it. Because they were like super, they just loved Legos. They also really got into Warhammer. And then this set, the Pharaoh's Quest set, I know I had a couple, I know I had like one or two of these. Or at least I thought I did. Because there's like there's a theme that was essentially, sets by year. Okay. You're not gonna let me, all right, here we go. Probably like 2000. Anyway, there was like a set that was essentially The Mummy, just not branded that way. I have a Lego bonsai tree still in the box. Oh, I have a Lego bonsai tree too that's still in the box. Hold on, let me get it. Yeah, this is my Lego bonsai tree. This was the first Lego building stream that we were going to do. We still haven't built it yet. But also we didn't earn it. So, who knows? That's my Lego bonsai tree though. But yeah, there was like a mummy set that Lego had. And it was part of their, I'm pretty sure it was part of their adventure set. Yes, it was. It was definitely a part of their adventure set. Because I had one of their bigger sets. And I think that was like the last Lego set I got as a kid. It's one of these. Like they seem to get larger and larger as we go down. I don't think it was Mummy's Tomb, but it might have been Mummy's Tomb. But I'm pretty sure the set no, it was this one. Oh, for God's sake. Yeah, it was the Sphinx Secret Surprise. Which sounds really gross. But I had this set. And then it was either this was the last one I ever got, or there was like a sci-fi based set, because they had these like bug alien sets that I had like a couple of sets from that, and basically I just lost all interest in Lego once I hit like 12 or 13, and I just was like, I'm just gonna go with video games because video games are already expensive, and I have to make a choice between getting Legos or getting video games. And video games won. Speaking of which, video games 2025. Because what do we have coming out in 2025? Ghost of Yotei, I'm looking forward to. I know Borderlands 4 is out, but I'm like kind of meh on it. I'm very mixed. The humor hasn't grown on me over time, and my friend's not here to play with me, so. As for games that are yet to come, I'm not saying I'm not looking forward to Legends EA, but like, I don't know. That'd be nice. It'd be a fun game to play. But like I said, I think like I'm really looking forward to Dragon Quest 1 and 2. Let's see. Or are we in September? Oh yeah, Hades 2 gets its full release this week. I know, it's kind of crazy to think that it's like coming out so soon. Hades 1 was in pre-release for a while. Silent Hill F will be fun to play. I do want to do this for the streams. So that'll be, I'm hoping to get that, I'm hoping to get Shin-Chan done really soon. Borderlands 4 got too much tech issues. I heard that's only for the PC version. But yeah, I'm still looking forward to Ghost of Yote because I loved Ghost of Tsushima. The farmer was replaced. Pokemon Legends EA. Not really looking forward to Ninja Gaiden 4, but it is on my radar. Once Upon a Katamari will be like a fun little diversion. It'll be nice to see Mina the Hollower because it's the first not Shovel Knight thing they've done since Shovel Knight. I'm not that interested in Tales of Xillia Remastered. I love Tales of Xillia, but Tales of Xillia is one of my favorite Tales of games. It's one of the ones I think needed a remaster the least. Wake Me When Abyss is out. Just play it on 3DS. If you can find it. And what else do we have? People are probably gonna unfollow me now, but like I'm not looking forward to. I don't care about Kirby's Air Riders. Like I didn't care about the first. I didn't care about it the first time. So like unless you know Josh and Massey and Rebecca and like everyone is just kind of like you have to play this with us, I probably would not be buying it. I do have it, but I'll take Modern Console 2. Also, I have no feeling on Air Riders, by the way. Yeah, I just don't really have any particular like feelings for it. It's just another Mario Kart to me. So and I already played Mario Kart World and nobody's playing it anymore, by the way. Like it's kind of annoying. I don't really see people streaming it anymore. And I think that's because like everyone basically got everything as soon as they could. And that's it. Like there's no new content and everyone gobbled that game up within the first month it came out. So like nobody's playing it anymore. I think Kirby's Air Riders is going to be the same thing. I don't really know. That and the amiibos I think are ridiculous. Like Sakurai, I'll give him credit, is the only person I guess that wants to actually do something with amiibo. But the thing he has decided to do is incredibly expensive. It's cool from a concept, but maybe if they were $20 and not $50, like those are so expensive for what they're asking you to do. And they're like, oh, you can mix and match between riders and car and their vehicles, and it's like, no, absolutely not. That's like $100 just to do it with the 2 that come out with the game. If it ain't Mario Kart or Cars Race-O-Rama, I'm not interested. I don't see the Kappa. So you're either lying to me, or you actually liked Cars Race-O-Rama. Is it weird that I think Metroid Prime 4 Beyond is gonna get delayed? Cause that's another amiibo. Like, I think this game's getting several amiibo. If not just the one. Yeah, it's getting 3. You're getting Samus, you're getting that guy, and then you're getting Samus on Bike. Samus on Bike's gotta be expensive. And then Mario Galaxy is getting 2 new amiibo on top of charging you full price for both games. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know how I feel. Like, these are cool, and they're definitely much better made than they used to be. But I don't have it in me anymore. I bought the 4 Guardians for Tears of the Kingdom that came out with Switch 2. Haven't used them. There's no point in using them. Cars Mater... Neither, I said the wrong name. Cars Mater National. Especially, you need multiple. Exactly. Like, what they're asking you to do is so expensive. And then, there's no reason for me right now to even consider getting the amiibo for these. Sega All-Star Racing. Sonic Crossworlds, I am feeling very pessimistic about, and that could just be me. I know some people are looking forward to it, but like, it's just a marketing scheme with all of the like different franchises that they're probably getting paid to put into the game. So I'm like, Wow. I mean, you did it. You got a really cool marketing scheme. Like this game could just not sell and Sega still made money. Cuz why else is Mega Man in it? Do you think Sega paid Capcom? I mean, there's probably like an exchange of money, but like there's got to be Sega had to have earned something other than just the rights to use Mega Man. Otherwise, I don't think they do it to the extent that they've done it. Capcom will do anything with Mega Man other than give him a new game. True. I think it's... How long has it been since Mega Man 11? I think I was at E3 when I saw that game. So, 2018? It's been 7 years since we've seen a Mega Man game. Meanwhile, he's in like every crossover known to man. All right, let's go back. Let's head back. I appreciate doing this with y'all, but we got some Legos to build. I never owned a copy of Sega All-Star Racing and Smash Brothers Brawl. Damn, let's not make this the new stream. Nah, we got Legos to build. I don't want to bitch about video games. I like talking about video games. All right, I'll see you guys on the couch. All right, welcome back, everybody. Let's head back into Lego building mode. Ooh, ow. Hurt. Anyway. No, I mean, there's stuff I'm looking forward to. It's just that, like, Kirby All-Star, or Kirby Riders, Air Riders, is not one of them. I do think Metroid Prime 4 is going to probably get a delay, but it would be nice to see it in December, if it's actually coming out in December. Also, amendment to my list of racers I care about, Garfield Kart, but only to watch others suffer. My god. So, you know, I'll be interested in some of these games when they do eventually come out. That is to say, like, I'm not entirely pessimistic about video games. Alright, I need this bad boy right here. Put that on top. And then give him his little baby claws. People play video games? People's name aren't Jiggy, or my mother. Actually, my mom used to play Tetris all the time. She was a Tetris fiend back in the day. All right, more claws. Pop that sucker in, and then that goes on this side, like this. That clicks in. I have Tetris Party for the DS. Wait, Tetris Party? Which one is Tetris Party? He still can't stand up on Heon. I thought they were just meant to sit on a shelf. I mean, why else would the backloggery exist? You know, if I use the backloggery more, I probably could get more out of it. I'm just a sucker. I don't have time right now, especially, to try to like put every single game I own to the backlog. I keep starting it though. All right, I need whatever this piece is. Chat, where is it? Tell me where it is. I use mine to make others' eyes bleed. What, your backloggery? Why? What do you do? What's your problem? Oh, here it is. Chat, you didn't help. Alright, there we go. And then I need this guy. Careful. Yeah, I'm definitely looking forward to video games. Don't mistake that. Some of these games, like, especially over the last year or two, I've been kind of like, oh, that'll be fun to stream. And I've had those moments before, especially when I first started content creation, like way back. I was very excited about like buying a game specifically to do like the let's play of or a stream of. but I never felt like that came to fruition as much as it has, I guess, in the last year or so. And that's a good thing. Can I make money off of that? It's not a tax break, unfortunately. I wish it was. God, I wish it was. Alright, so it's a similar situation here, so I just need this guy, kind of. Yeah, that one. Custom color scheme I can't get right, but refuse to set back to the default and my Linux category list. Are you talking about backloggery? How do you mess up backloggery? How do you play that game bad? Yes. My God. Why would you do that? That doesn't seem like a good idea at all. A bandit's mad. Bandit's mad about something. Alright, I need to find literally another of these. There's like one back in the bottom here. Ah, here it is. It's just upside down. You can set custom backgrounds and highlight colors for your page, and I chose yellow and green. I guess that's not so bad if you look at it from a perspective of visibility concerns. I suppose that's normal. And then that locks in like that. And then I just need this flat piece, this bad boy, and this guy I've been looking at. So that goes behind like that, and then this goes on top, and then this clicks in here. That's a toe bean or something. And here's where we get the extra claws. So I just need this guy, I need that guy, hook these two together, put this panel on, and then I put on his little baby claws. Little baby puppy claws. For the saber-toothed tiger looking ass thing. I'll be curious to see if he actually stands upright without one foot. Click. And then that is another butt leg for his butt. He stands! He does it. Splat Tim. It is him. He does it. Alright, let's set that aside. Put that down. Let's get this other leg done. Hopefully before the next break, I think we'll be on track. I was actually considering whether or not this would take the entire 4 hours. Because I was either going to just end the stream early, or I was just going to play more DK Bonanza. Here's the latest on Death Stranding. Who could have thought a boring walking simulator would carry such a beautifully crafted story, thanks to Kojima? You have the IGDB open because I was looking at various game info. They have a recently reviewed section. Oh, there's an IGDB? Who makes that? Why have I never heard of that? Wow. I mean, that is kind of the experience. I still don't know if I would ever play Death Stranding. The closest I came was watching one of the Death Stranding 2 trailers when it turns out, like, the main bad guy from the first game returns and he has, like, a fucking electric guitar weapon. That almost got me back in. I like funny, stupid stuff. But sometimes, like, a lot of the stuff I saw from Death Stranding, the first game was just a little too weird and dumb, and I could not get into it. I don't know why, because I'm a big Metal Gear fan. But for whatever reason, I could not get behind Death Stranding. I need this piece. That goes here. And then these two guys. And then these two guys. Here's the other one. Ah, damn it. Meanwhile, I want Captain Crunch. Dude, the more you say it, the more I want it. I already bought Count Chocula, though. I can't. It's funny, because, like, I have to put on airs, because I'm, like, you know, I'm an adult. So I have the ability to buy whatever cereal I want. But I'm also an adult, which means that I have this thing now called shame. And so if I buy, like, Captain Crunch cereal, I have to project myself as confident buying the cereal. Like, yeah, whatever. Who cares? And, like, I guarantee nobody actually cares. I can guarantee you that nobody's looking at me bringing Captain Crunch cereal to the checkout aisle and asking any kind of question. Look, Ankh has Apple Jacks downstairs. And I was like, oh. Also, that's good. They make these, like, new glazed Apple Jacks, which are supposed to look like donut holes. Both of those things sounded very sexual. But admittedly, there's a part of me that's kind of like, that might be interesting. Because I always like checking out new cereal. Nah, it's about not giving fucks, like Ankh saying I want gummies. Well, there's a difference between buying candy, because everyone's just like, oh yeah, that dude just wants candy. Like, who cares? No, I don't think anybody these days gives any, like, crap for an adult buying candy. What's up, Storms? It's fine, it's a treat. Nah, I'm just kind of like, I have the personality right now where it's just like, so what? But I have to tell myself that as I walk to the front of the store, which kind of defeats the purpose of me putting up a front anyway. Or, like, telling myself that I'm okay with it. Because if I was truly okay with it, I would just not think about it. It wouldn't be a problem. Here I am, walking to the checkout aisle, ready for whatever excuse I need to create, because I bought, I think the reason why is because, like, there are adult cereals, like, or there's, like, a general cereal that you can buy. And when you become an adult, like, those are the ones that you have to get, because those are the ones that are actually good for you. And really, sugary cereal like Captain Crunch is not something you should be buying in your 30s, because it can harm you, because it is mostly sugar. But, you know, sometimes I don't care. Sometimes, like, if it gets the job done faster, given what's going on in the world, make it happen, Captain. Being afraid of the silent judgment from strangers who don't give a fuck as a reason not to buy a sugary cereal is the most allistic thing I've heard of in my life. What is allistic again? Do I have it? Because I probably do. I mean, I used to get judged a lot and made fun of as a kid. Opposite of autistic. I definitely have, like... Oh no, I definitely have something. I forgot about that term, though. Also, I don't really like the term neurospicy. I really don't like it for some reason. So everyone else. I don't think everyone is. I also like to believe that not everyone is allistic, because it's such a wide spectrum that it just is dependent upon like where you are in that spectrum. So I kind of do firmly believe that everyone has something. It's just like, and then, you know, I try not to use the terms like high or low functioning. I used to, but I've kind of learned not to do that. Alright, we got 4 legs. This thing can walk, but it can't see where it's going. So I think that's this last set, this last bag. It's funny because, like, I guess, like, a part of me does and doesn't care, right? Like, if I didn't care, then I really wouldn't think about it and I would just buy it. But I used to get made fun of a lot, especially in, like, high school, for still being into things that, like, everyone was, like, oh, so over it. You know what I mean? So it became a defense mechanism, I guess you could say. And not really anything about, like, neurodivergence or not neurodivergent because I do care and pretend not to. At least you don't have a Chinese name. Kids made fun of that when it's not like it's the hot new item. No, I did not have a Chinese name, as you can tell. But I did have a last name that basically everyone made fun of. So I understand it to some degree. Like, I don't have the racist implications of it, but I do remember people, like, making fun of my last name because it was an easy target. A person's identity is the easiest way to make fun of someone and make them mad. You know, there's no beating people up, especially when you're a kid, because you will always be, because I used to lash out. Like, I would get really angry and I would lash out at other kids making fun of me. And then I'd be the only one getting in trouble. Because the parents don't really see what caused the issue. They don't really care. They just saw that you got angry and hit another kid. And so you're now the one in fault. So I grew up to be a very angry teenager. I didn't really want to... I did make friends. You know, I wasn't completely alone. But I would say I'm not as, like, open about talking about myself as I have become over the last, like, 5 years. And even then, like, I still have a really hard time meeting new people because I just don't really want to talk to them. If it's not something that I know they have an interest in, then I just won't talk about it. And that's when the mask comes on. Especially, like, I love working from home because then I don't have to mask. It's great. Right, this has to go in this way, but, like, there we go. I thought it was going to be a problem. Fitting music. This song's been coming up a lot to the point where I think I need to change playlists. But I also don't keep this playlist running this long on a stream ever. But because we're doing Lego building, right? It says it wants it to be like this, but, like, there's only one place, there's only one connecting, and this actually does have, like, a 2 connection. Ah! Fumbling. I think the oh yeah, the playlist is definitely repeated. It's supposed to be a radio playlist too. So it should just, like, play random stuff and then start including things. So it was supposed to kind of be a little bit more everlasting, but because we've been on, like, this scene the whole time, it's going to I can't tell what piece this is that it's asking for. This is like the closest. I think it's this piece. Yeah, it's this piece. A nickname for for at least a decade was Wrath. Chill hot fall mix. I try to maintain a very lo-fi playlist. Not simply because it's popular, but because most of those songs are royalty free. So it keeps me out of trouble. Alright, now I need this piece again. I know we're about to hit an ad break, but it's fine. And only connect to the front of these little tooth pieces. But yeah, I very quickly learned that beating up kids that made fun of you was not the way to get the thing you needed done. And eventually, it just became a matter of fact that it was just easier to rat them out. And tell people that they are bothering you. And that was how you got things accomplished, and that's how you made even more enemies, because they got mad that you ratted them out. So, but ultimately, that was the only way I got anything I needed accomplished. And so that was like the lesson I learned. It was never about, like, oh, I shouldn't do this because, you know, these kids will hate me. It's like, they already do. They're already making fun of you. And then, you know what I'll say? Like, basically, once we got into high school, it just disappeared. At least for me, it did. But part of that was because I learned how to mask. So, I knew people didn't want to hear me talk about, like, Pokemon. So I just didn't. Like, I just figured out to not bring things up that would then cause people to be like, oh, he's weird. It's not a great way to live, but I got through high school, so. So it would have been better to instill fear in them. No, because that's not even really what happened. They basically just got annoyed that you told on them, basically. Wait, what is this piece? Okay, these are the same piece. I was like wigging out for a second. Yeah, these are the same piece. When you just get the opposite half of nobody wants to interact with you because they're scared shitless makes group project much harder. I think especially once I hit high school and I was able to figure out how to talk to people in a way where they were like, I don't know even what to call it. Eventually, the bullying just stopped on its own. But I was also very I was fairly antisocial in high school. Like, I had friends, and that's the only people I really talked to. And I didn't really fix that until senior year. And all of a sudden, like, I just started getting a whole new friend group. And just met new people. As for Caboose, Caboose was fine, but Caboose also knew me from band. Is there already another ad break? I mean, yeah, we talked a lot about other things, you know. We went into a whole tangent about, like, Lego sets, and that's totally fine. That is part of what I want to do with these streams. I want them to be more interactive. That was my goal this year. On top of doing more, you know, getting big number go up. Both of those things have been happening, so I'm happy. Anyway, we had much fun today. We're gonna do another break, and then we have like one more hour, I guess, since we started a little late. We'll go till 4:30, and then we will call it a day. I think we'll finish this. I think we're gonna finish this. But let's take a quick break. If you are a subscriber, you're going to see some cool retro ads. If not, you're going to see some regular ads first. But maybe somebody will gift you a sub in like the next 14 seconds. All right? Go up, stretch your legs, get something to drink, get something to eat. Come right back here. We're going to finish this Lego set right after this. Welcome back. So, here's the thing. I know you've been seeing them in stores. Chips Ahoy is doing this like Stranger Things collab. Here, so it's higher so you can see it. And they're so disappointing. The only reason why I cared was because it was strawberry filling. I love chocolate and strawberries. The filling, you can actually kind of see it. Sort of. Here we go. You can see the like at the bottom of the cookie. The cookie is chewy. The filling is not. So it's almost like a candied filling. And it's so disappointing, but I can't stop. Hold on. It's such a good flavor combination normally. So I don't know if I just got a bad batch or something. Chips Ahoy, and like that, you've lost me. I don't know what it is other than nostalgia, but I love chewy Chips Ahoy. I mean, I like my cookies to be chewier than crisp, like hard. And so some people hate Chips Ahoy because they hate the original Chips Ahoy because those are very hard cookies. I have Rice Krispie Treats? Hell yeah. I'm not a huge fan of Rice Krispie Treats anymore. What I used to love was their cereal. Because there used to be a Rice Krispie Treats cereal, and that was my favorite. That was like my favorite cereal for a while. Alright. So, I'm gonna probably eat like a cookie or two as we finish out this Lego build. Hard like hard. That's a good point. That is a good point. However, I still could do that with soft cookie. But I really only do the dipping with Oreos. And I definitely eat Oreos more often than I eat Chips Ahoy. I think if like part of it is that, well, I used to think that if I ordered Oreos or bought Oreos, that Dan would eat them too. But the problem became that Oreos are the one brand that like to do like the big collabs. Or the very like weird, interesting flavors for limited times. And I can't help it. I'm a sucker for limited time flavors. Chewy cookies have a different texture. Well, no kidding. They're chewy. It's part of the name. Yo, what the fuck? Why does that... I see. I was like, that didn't look at all like what I built. I do like... Okay, so I've been... One of the things that one of our friends got us during their half of the UK trip were Stroop waffles. And... Here, so I'm just gonna move this a little bit closer to me so I get a little bit more back support. I need to plan out road trip snacks for next year. What are your favorite snacks? I actually bought a new bag of Stroop waffles because the ones that my friends gave me were unfortunately too small to fit on top of any of the coffee cups I had. I don't know if you follow me on Blue Sky or Instagram, but so I bought like a normal sized batch of Stroop waffles and they're still too small. So my coffee cup was just like, it's so wide. It's supposed to be made for like creating lattes. It's supposed to like work well with doing that. But unfortunately, it's such a wide cup that the Stroop waffle can't fit on top of it. So I can't do that. But it was very much a first world problem where I'm just kind of like, my Stroop waffle won't fit. Alright, so we have this, and I guess this goes on like this. Okay. Onk meant chewy cookies have a different texture when dunked in milk, and Onk is 100% on board with that texture. That's fine. I'm also a person that is very like, how else do I say it? Like texture sensitive, but only when it comes to savory stuff. If it's sweet, I don't mind if it's a really soft, gooey texture, but I can't handle like meats that are soft. And normally, you know, that's not a conversation topic, but at one point we were going to like fancier restaurants because, you know, we were in our 20s and we thought we were, you know, more cultured now. And so we kept going to places, and I remember ordering veal and I just couldn't do it. It was so soft that it just made me want to vomit. So naturally I don't do that anymore. Well, it's Sunday, which means football, but the Cowboys are stranded at the airport, unable to take off because of airplane malfunctions. Did they have a game today? Ah, shit, I put it on the wrong piece. Alright, here, yeah, there we go. Yeah, I forgot that this is essentially just the other side of something I just built. Things can taste awesome, but if the texture is wrong, Onk can't eat them. My grandmother was kind of the same way. She couldn't eat bananas. Bananas was apparently the one for her. She could not eat them. But I don't mind bananas being a little softer. Alright, so yeah, I'm just rebuilding the other side. Or just the same piece again, set of pieces again. Just the other side of it, it seems. I like bananas. I hate banana flavoring. Dude, banana flavoring is like one of my favorite things. Bananas. So good. I love that and watermelon. And before anybody says, yes, I know about the whole watermelon thing, or like why artificial banana flavoring tastes the way it does. I'm aware. Alright, I need to find 3 more. Here we go. I have trouble with foods like yogurt and pudding, the gloopy kinds of foods. Yeah, I can kind of, I mean, I get that. That being said, like, I can only, like, if it's very soft, it can only be sweet for me. Like, it can't be savory and very soft. Otherwise, like, I mean, I guess cheese maybe. Like, the way that, you know, sometimes cheese can be really soft, depending on how it's, like, prepared. Can't do it otherwise. You should just pick what I'm craving for snacks. What are you craving right now? Captain Crunch, we know that. I think they used to make like a snack sized bag of like Captain Crunch or something like that. Maybe I'm thinking of something other cereal. Alright, we need one of these. And then gummies make good snakes. Yes, they do. Yes, they do. Especially gummy worms. I can only do gummies if they're sour. Mainly because I just don't really care. about like gummy candies. But if it's a sour gummy candy, I'm on the say no more. Alright, now another one of these. And then this guy goes on this side. Does this look the same? Yeah, that looks about right. I got double Andrew right now, live and VOD. You're watching the VODs? Hell yeah. Go subscribe to my VODs channel, please. Type in exclamation mark VODs in chat. Somehow we got new subscribers this morning. And I think it was because of the DK Bonanza stream. I don't know for sure. But I'd like to believe it was. Alright, so again, one of those. I got one of those. My God, what? You need to see this. Getting really windy outside. It's been looking not great. Go to camera 2. Alright. Let me get a cookie. Hold on. It's perfect time for cookie. Alright, what am I doing? I'm assuming it's not a picture, otherwise you would have made it male. Hashtag gotta have it. Okay, Mlep has a point. He's out of line, but he's right. They're right. Take a look at this. Cereal straws, Twinkie flavored. This is not cereal. I don't know. You're getting a little loosey-goosey with the term cereal straws, Amazon, but shit, I'd buy that. It's a gift pack of 2 for $10. It's not bad. Could always just suck the milk through a Twinkie. Cat say, what are you doing not on the stream? It's gross. I'd buy that for $1. Well, good news, it's 10. See, I don't really know what a cereal straw is supposed to be other than just like if you want to simply just pour a glass of milk. Because it's yes, sure. Like, am I supposed to a nostalgic treat? And this is just a pirouette. Also, this is this is not a good look. I don't know if I like this close up. It's chocolate, Chad. It's chocolate. Wait, hold on. Wait, are you even more aroused? Is that what's happening? Oh, you found another one? Ding dong flavored. Shit. That's pretty good. I would do this. You know what? Not with milk. I would definitely do this with coffee. Like, I would do this with a latte. Also, aroused was a great thing to say for that. Did you not see the last picture? Remember ding dongs? I do now. No, I don't think these used to be called ding dongs, or they were and then they got their name changed and now it's changed back. When My brother and I used to live in California. We were really young. This was like 30 years ago. I remember he was obsessed with this treat, but when we came to Virginia, we couldn't find them. We just could not find the same treat, and then we just found out that it was just named differently. So like, but I can't remember if these were called anything else. Hold on. Oh, they were ho-ohs. Yeah. Let's see. Distributed by under the name King Dons in some U.S. markets. It was previously known as Big Wheels. With the exception of a brief period in 2013, the Ding Dong has been produced continuously since 1967. I like to avoid diabetes, please. Dude, these are really good. Choco pie. To advertise Ding Dong, host created the cartoon character King Ding Dong and anthropomorphized Ding Dong, sporting the crown and scepter. Of course he was. So I guess they were always called Ding Dongs. So, yeah, but I just saw it. Versus Ho-Ho. Yeah. Oh, no, Ho-Hos are the other ones. They're logs.
Glenn Youngkin underfunded.
No, shut the fuck up. I'm not watching. I keep forgetting that, like, we're in the era of YouTube ads where, like, I can't skip political ads. Remember Dunkaroos? Dunkaroos are back. They're back with a vengeance. I think they changed the shapes of them, so now they're like these like little D coins. Whereas I think they used to be different shapes. Like I think they used to be shaped like the mascot that they have now like completely erased. Because when they brought Dunkaroos back, they brought back the mascot. But yeah, they're back. In fact, they are now doing like interesting flavors. Oops, don't track that. I don't even know why I would do that. I like this. I want this. Vanilla cookies and orange sherbet frosting. That sounds great. Ads everywhere. I'm swapping the Twinkies for Ding Dongs. Honestly, I could do both. I think the Ding Dongs would be... Oh, my lord. Where was I? What is Milk Magic? Oh, these are just like different brands. Also these pieces of shit which never worked. What is this? Are these just Dippin' Dots? You need to try Grandma's cookies. That sounds familiar. Oh. Oh, no, wait. Okay, no, I have not had these. Are they all just sandwiches, or there's like a different style? This is like a brand. It's like the LaCroix version of cereal straws. Sounds gross. No, wait, here we go. I've had these. And I've definitely, like, every single school and college all over the United States of America has Famous Amos. But I'm pretty sure I've had Grandma's cookies too. Definitely not the sandwich ones though. But yeah, if you existed in America at all and have gone to any public space that has a vending machine, you've either seen or have had Famous Amos. Those, like, to me, those are perfect for Onk. If you like the hard cookie, there you go. You know what I also have? I have Oreo dipping tools. So like you hook the Oreo into it and then you just like that was something that Regenesis bought a while back. Great, now Onk is looking up foodstuffs. System works. Let's bring this back. I don't know why that keeps messing up, but I don't know. We'll workshop it. Anyway, let's head back to the couch. I'll see you in a second. And we're back. There are $50 cereal dispensers now? What are cereal dispensers? You could convince me to buy that. Alright, where were we? So we have this piece. Alright, so we have this piece. So now I need to find two, I think these? Like the ones at hotels? Dude, somebody, it's not a cereal dispenser, but I've seen people, cereal dispenser. You got mail? What am I looking at? Was it gonna show up here? Ah, shit. Sorry about that. Can you resubmit that? I'll go back to host. Oh, yeah. I don't think I could do that. Because that's just taking up shelf space.
You've got mail.
Oh, there it is. Yeah, so I don't think I could do that. Like that's too much shelf space. Exactly like the ones found at hotel breakfast area. Yeah. You've got mail again. Thank you. Oh, that's right. You did make a replay. That's nice. Thank you for that. But I need to put that on my to-do list of put the I can put the you got mail. I can put mail on the Lego screen. You shouldn't even spend money on that. Shelf space be damned. You know what they did make though? You can just buy them now. You can buy a soda dispenser. You can just outright buy soda dispensers, like from the ones that you used to see at movie theaters before they all became the space soda machines. Okay, so that goes. Oh wait, I didn't go back. Hold on. So that goes. Wait a minute. Okay, so this actually goes here, so that this can still bend. And then this has to go here. Seriously, Amazon, my package won't arrive until 4 p.m. Was 3:15. I was about to say that's almost time here. Wait, what is this? Wait, I was supposed to put 2 on here? Yeah, I was. Wow, well, wonders never cease. And then let's flip this back. Alright, but I'm still on the right track here. So that goes here. This is kind of cool. Oh, this is, I think, like the tail. It's like the spine thing. I think I get what it's trying to do. And then I need to take this piece and put this on the bottom. Oh, what the heck? Did I not? I was supposed to put this on, wasn't I? Okay, so this goes on here. And then this goes here and curls down. Okay. I have to try to find center again, but this is center. The actual center of the table, maybe skewed to the right a little bit. Cozy Lego stream, that's right, Spots. Cozy Lego stream. Considering exchange rates, it's only about 37 quid, but that doesn't include shipping to the UK. Actually. And the US dollar, I think, is like $1.30 to the pound, if I remember correctly. It's not cheap. Alright, so this goes here. Now we got this piece that I need to find a similar piece to stack together. And then I need this guy. That thing goes on top. And then I just need these two. Hey, you know, it'd be a really cool idea, chat. Correct me if I'm wrong. You know, you can always tell me if I'm wrong, but at least hear me out. But I think it'd be a really good idea if somebody, not me, but you know, somebody else, gifts Tales of Adventure and Spots a sub. I think that'd be a really cool idea. And then they can send me mail during the streams. They can go onto the Discord. They can help me plan the future of future streams and future content, just like everyone else who is a Twitch subscriber can do. Yeah, just think about it. Just think about it. All right, I need this piece here. I don't have Discord. Well, you get some cool emotes. You get some cool emotes, like Big Fweet. Yeah, I'd have to do my Twitch duty, really, and say that it is September this month. And during September, all personal subscriptions are now 25 to 30% off. Oh, hell yeah. Thank you, Ankh, for the gift sub. Grab a coffee. Enjoy your emotes. They're pretty cool emotes. They're not Smug Donald, but they're pretty damn cool. Go make a Discord. I've been only pushing the Discord because I hate social media. If it helps. Where's Smug Donald from? Oh, that's Brooks. I see. Alright, we got this done. So now I need this piece here. It goes on like that. And then I need these two that go next to the front. Why are there two Smug Donalds? And then I take this little guy, put that at the end there. Okay. So we're almost done. Yeah, everyone show off your emotes. And then I guess these are the eyes, or there's something. Something akin to eyes. Maybe we're getting there. Right now it looks like a duck. And then under, oh, okay, yeah, these are definitely kind of like eyes. Now we get the teeth that are definitely not samurai swords this time. They're actually teeth. All right, I need to twist that one so it doesn't look weird. Little fangs. Yeah, just little fangs. Just little teeth. Hey, thanks for giving this the sub to Spots. Spots has been here for a while. Spots is one of the OGs. I can think of very few else that deserve a gift sub. So thank you for that. Spot longer than me? That's true. If you go like to some of the old VODs, Spot's in them. That's been like a little treat to go through all these old VODs and just like see who is showing up in chat or who we mention in chat, because definitely during the first couple of streams of like 2022, I didn't have a chat displayed because I didn't want to go back to these old streams and be like, oh, nobody's in chat. I randomly unlocked this. What is that? A limited time only emote. How do you get that? That looks cool. Did you get that today, like just now? Okay, so if the face that they're giving me is like that, then I think it has to be this side. Yes. And then that goes in this slot. Somehow. That just fits in there. No, weeks ago? Okay. I wonder how. That's a cool emote. And then I have to do this again with this piece. But it has been oddly fun to just go through some of these old streams and get them uploaded to the channel. Okay. So now it looks like that. Oh, this part's done? Why was I expecting more from that? Oh, this is like coming off too. What the heck? Oh, it pushed it off. There we go. Oh, okay. Alright, now it fits better. And I'll keep going through those VODs. Me too. Looks like it's gonna rain at some point today. Is everyone like simultaneously about to get rain? Because it looks like it's gonna rain here too. Who's stalking me? Okay, if it's like that, then the head goes on like that. I had some rain today. Okay, I officially hate this damn city. A 32-ounce bag of cereal is cheaper on Amazon than a normal box at the local stores. It's not your city, it's Amazon. Amazon sells things at a loss in order to get you to stop shopping anywhere else. It is a tactic. Hawk just finished his Liquid Death. I'm assuming you like Liquid Death? I've never really been a fan. Alright. Head is now on with, I guess, its neck, if you want to call it that. So I guess all that's really left are these two, like, rider pieces. Which I can't... Onk likes the tea flavors of Liquid Death. Oh, that's interesting. Had some rain yesterday and the day before. We've been getting, like, very sparse rain where I'm at. I see. So it goes on like this. I don't know why it's asking me to do this part now, when I could have done it a long time ago. Especially since I have to, like, press them in. It's kind of annoying. Can't stand sparkling stuff. Cheers. I say that ironically because I'm drinking La Croix. I do like La Croix. But I don't, you know, I like it for the reason that everyone hates it. So, that's just me. I like San Pellegrino too, but that shit's very sugary. These just look like Lego arms, like little hand pieces. Somehow the middle has shifted. Anyway. They seriously don't. These prices are nothing anytime I'm outside of Newark. It's just Newark and its surroundings that are this damn expensive. Well, they still...
File
they
Lord
still
bits,
do.
here have bits.
Here have bits. Thank you for the bits. I like how we can disagree on things. So I need to do this 4 times. Like this. Right? Do it again. A 2. And this. And this. So then do that another time. And one of these. And one of these. And then do it one more time. You know, I appreciate them giving me all these extra pieces. Never know if I was going to ever need them. And then one of these. And then, oh, I see. Well, this is even weirder. Because then they shouldn't have asked me, unless they thought this was going to be really difficult, to put these on like this. I'll have to adjust these a little bit. Okay. Ah. Here, this has to turn, but it won't. And I think I have these situated correctly. No, I guess they're supposed to be the other way. Can I send recipes like spam fried rice? Ironically, we have a Discord channel where the community has been sharing recipes. That was something that I think Sarah Susie Cake had asked for, or was it Ame? It might have been Ame, actually. Man, we actually have a community cookbook feature on the Discord. Where people have been just sharing recipes of food. I know I screamed at people to share recipes. Yeah. Alright, I think it needs to I think these need to tilt a little bit more. Like they're supposed to flare out and not just go straight back. But ta-da! It's done. Here, hold on. Swap over. I think my latest one is my masterpiece. That scares me. But here we go. It's done. That's my boy. Just a big saber-toothed tiger. Actually, hold on. I think this screen would still be better. But yeah, take a look. It's got a movable head and neck thing. So you can twist and turn both. Then these kind of move up and down, flare, and then you got a lot of articulation on the legs. Or at least more than any Lego I've ever had in the past. So, we did it. And we did it in just enough time. But, look. If you want to watch the first 2 hours of Horizon Forbidden West, I played that with Caboose back in February of 2022. I think it was right the same time the game came out. And we just kind of, it was a very early stream. So my backdrop looked nothing like this. I'll just say that. I've already gone through the Horizon VOD. Oh no! But yeah, we have a VODs channel, so all of the streams that we've been doing, all the streams we ever have done, that's all there. You can always go there if you want to see more. This will certainly be on there in like a couple of days. The Couch with the Boys stream that we did last night will probably also be around Monday or Tuesday. A lot of the issue with getting those up has been I have to export them over to YouTube, and then I have to cut the retro ads out. Twitch is very lenient on what I can get away with in terms of licensed music and things like that. YouTube is not. In fact, some of these lo-fi remixes get flagged. Not that I have to do anything about them, but yeah, they do get flagged, which is a little annoying. But on Twitch, it's not a problem. So I play to Twitch, and then whatever gets on YouTube, gets on YouTube. So far, I'm just kind of going through the years. Onk just realized he has almost 200,000 coffee, send help. That's why I eventually stopped uploading Castle Crashers. Yeah, I kind of remember that. Or I remember having difficulties with that too, back in the day. I would say keep using them, but I have to figure out ways to get people to use them more, or I have to just start making things more expensive. Because everyone that watches the streams regularly has a ton of points. And I know Mlep they lost all their points because they begged for a free sub. So, things you can do with your channel points. You can use sound alerts. I do have free sound alerts that take channel points. Or take your coffee beans rather than money. And then, we'll probably try to do more polls and more predictions. Then we'll also probably be doing more, there's also, you can actually tell me who you want us to raid. Mlep's used it like once or twice in the past. It's not I don't think it's a very well-known feature. But if you spend your channel points, you can direct where the raid goes. You can also give me a raid message. So what you may have been seeing throughout the stream is people submitting possible raid messages. That was something Cactusay brought up, and it's probably one of the best ideas we've ever gotten to help the streams. But yeah, for 3,000 coffee beans, you can always you can direct the raid. And then I think for, how many is it? For 100,000, you can get a free sub. For 75,000, you can be a VIP. For 50,000, you get nothing. And for, hey, Onk, you want to use your coffee beans? There's a 200,000 coffee bean redemption with your name on it. Literally gives you nothing. I have a couple of those. I think especially in the future, I could definitely use some help in terms of guiding raids. So if there's another content creator that you watch that you definitely think would vibe well, or just needs the support, you know, like especially if we get raided, and I'm sitting on like 30 to 50 viewers, and you want to move that to another community that you know of, that I may not know of, that's always a very good idea. So you can always do that. I'm usually in bed before you end most times. That's fair. But you can also do it at any time. I may say no, and I can refund your points, but you can always do it at any point during the stream. Only one creator of my follows is live, and they may be a bit much for me. It's fine. You don't have to, but the options are there if you'd like to. Speaking of, another thing before, I might actually hit the snooze this time, but how do you guys feel about a noon stream? Like, do you guys, I do see some new names in chat, or not new names, but like names I haven't seen in a while. And normally I stream 8 p.m. to midnight Eastern. So I know that that's kind of inaccessible for some. And now that we've been building a little bit more of a community, these noon or 2 p.m. streams seem a little bit easier for me to do because like the community is there for it. The last couple of ones that we've done have been like a small bonus stream or an archipelago or a race. I've done races with Claire and Nintendo Capri Sun and stuff like that, and usually that's on like a Sunday at like 2, and I do that late because of Claire's time zone. Tend to catch more new people on UK ones with noon streams if you can. I know a streamer that's been doing new streams and he got a bunch of new ones. I mean, the noon streams or the midday streams would probably only be like today. Or if for whatever reason I am not working on a Monday or Friday, then maybe you'll see a noon stream there. But basically, I'm floating the idea of, especially when there's more time, could I possibly work like a small midday or earlier stream on Sundays, just cause. I still think it's viable on Sundays. And it does sound like noon was maybe a little too early. I did not consider Pacific. I don't really know how many people are either on the same coast or what everyone's time zones are. I try to keep that into consideration when I do collabs, but not, you know, I don't know when my viewers are capable of watching or not. And a lot of the streamers that tend to be, that I share communities with, all stream around the same time, which has helped with me having the same raid targets, me getting raided by the same people. You don't have much to lose and a fair amount to gain. I wish you the best, and I'll be here as well. Yeah, we'll consider it, you know, because either it can be like an extra day to do like a solo stream like DK Bonanza, could be another time to do like a more experimental stream. You know, Lazy Regenesis has been talking about like, oh, you should stream you know, me working on like the shelves or doing some kind of like stream maintenance stream where like I could turn me working on improving the streams or improving the layout during a stream. And I've already done streams where I just straight up talk about the things that I'm doing and how my stream works. So it could be possible, and maybe that would just be what I do on Sundays. And, you know, maybe it'll be the full 4 hours that I normally do. Maybe it'll be 2 hours, you know, like we'll experiment. Especially now that winter's hitting, I'm not needing to do a ton of yard work. So maybe we'll do that. I think most of us are Eastern or Central, but yeah, I could give it a few streams and experiment with an afternoon time slot. Yeah. Especially some of the new people in chat. What did you think of the stream? Are you vibing? Are you liking what we're doing? Let me know. You know, and if you can join the Discord, it would be really helpful to me because that is where I put my main focus in terms of letting the community know when we are streaming, or what the next stream is going to be, or any updates with any channel stuff. So feel free to let me know what you guys thought of today's stream. Do you want more Legos? Because I definitely have other Lego sets that I could buy. We can maybe do those as just not like... Maybe I don't have to put it behind a sub-bit goal paywall. We'll just do it for fun. You hit every time zone in the contiguous states. Wow. ET, CT, MT, PT, and GMT. And UMC. So glad we did that. Anyway, so what do we got going on for next week? We've got another Tuesday stream. So we're going to do another Love Seat. That is actually going to move back to 8 p.m. Eastern. So we will be going back to an 8 p.m. time slot. It definitely sounds like we're doing more Tears of the Kingdom, and then we're continuing on with Shin-Chan. So I'm hoping that we'll get done with Shin-Chan before Silent Hill F gets too old, which is hard. You know, it's kind of hard to like hit something brand new, especially since games come out on like Thursday and Friday and not Tuesday. So we'll probably do more Tears of the Kingdom and more Shin-Chan, and trying to finish off that game, and so that we'll be ready for like scary games when, you know, we get closer to October. And then excuse me, Thursday this week we are not doing our usual stream. We might. I got beans.
You've got
right.
mail.
No, it doesn't work. Oh, there it is. There it goes. Hey. Let's see. So Thursday is going to be a podcast. I'll just, you know, let you guys in on a secret. We are bringing in Lacey Johnson, who you may know, especially if you hang out in like Masay's community and my community. She's actually done a stream with us. We did play, I think it was Lethal. Is that a Lethal or Repo? But she's very cool. She is a musician who kind of like does a lot of video game covers. So we'll talk a lot about her, like get to know her better. Yeah, Princess is Princess. She'll be on the podcast. And we'll talk a lot about her career and how she got into games and music and how that merged together for her. And that'll be on Thursday at 8 p.m. over on YouTube. So it'll be on my YouTube channel. Not the VODs, the regular one. I'm updating that one for the first time in like a month and a half. And then, so it'll only be a 2-hour podcast. So I'm thinking that I could probably do 2 hours of DK Bonanza and 2 hours of the podcast. So I'll, you know, from 8 to 10 will be the podcast, and then we'll think about it, and then I can just like switch. I don't know if I've done this before successfully, but I can always just switch over to DK Bonanza and just stream on Twitch. I think I did this last time. I think. But I really want to play more Bonanza and finish that game, so I'm hoping to be able to do that on Thursday. If not, I don't remember what my Friday looks like, but we'll play it by ear. Also, and I may not do this. I may not do this a Friday stream because of this, rather. Monday and Wednesday from 5 to 8, both days, Eastern Time. I'm going to be helping out Alec and stuff on their Super Mario-thon. They're doing like a week-long charity stream, and that's going to involve multiple different people. I did not submit like a run or a segment myself, but I'll be joining on 2 different segments. So one of them is going to be, I think, like a Super Mario 64 co-op stream that apparently is not going to use like familiar maps. So we'll see what happens. And then I think on Wednesday, it's going to be Super Mario Party Jamboree. So I have to figure out my camera situation Because they want to use Jamboree TV, and I need to figure out if I can even do the upgrade or if I have to buy the whole game again. I'm not going to look forward to that if I have to buy the whole game again. But if I can just upgrade, then we'll be good. My cat wants kettle corn. I want more cookies. So, let's go and see who's... Is there anybody streaming? I think Reese is streaming. Is that right? Yeah, let me lower that. Who's streaming right now? I'm sorry, what is Jiggy doing IRL? Oh, just walking around town? Okay. Oh, I guess she's not. I saw a Discord notification, just assumed. Let's see. Well, you know what? Somebody is literally just starting a stream. And there's not... I think there's someone we've raided once before. But they're playing Zelda 2. You should be able to just buy the upgrade pack. I hope to God. Because I don't think I could do it if I didn't. If I had to buy the whole game again. Let's see. See, we only got 3 raid messages. It was video games killed the Lego star, traffic light past life, and GameStop as a drug dealer. We have not raided this person often enough for some of these to be appropriate or make sense. So I think this time, let's just do couch raid. Let's do a little hashtag couch raid. Be a little safe there. So let's do couch raid as our raid message tonight. The person we're raiding is named Jazzy Kitten. Like I said, I think we've raided them before. They seem to be like a retro streamer, if I remember correctly. Plus it's a new community. And this is exactly what I was talking about before, so we can always give that a shot. But I'll send you guys over there. Again, I will see you on Tuesday. Sure to brush your teeth, comb your hair, make your bed, call your mom unless you hate your mom, and call someone else. Just don't call me, and I will see you all soon with some, yeah, check Mario Party Jamboree's eShop page. With some video games. And be sure to check out Alec and Stuff stream over throughout the week, because I will be there twice. All right? Good night, everybody! Don't let bedbugs bite!